Okay, everyone, this is the next bracket for real. Bracket J. It is going to be on Duckthorn once again by Ultimate Ducky, and it will be between the red team on the left side. It is Team Scavengers, Killer, and Skywarp 99 in an Iron Hand Bomber and Envision Neo.
And on the other side of the field, we have UncleGrimmley and Ichan, Team Legendary Apples.
Legendary.
Which I believe is an amalgamation of their two faction names.
Oh, really? I figured it was like the first one that Johnny Appleseed planted. Anyway.
I do believe it's yes, one from the Legend faction and one from Grimmley's Apples faction.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so UncleGrimmley going with some early harass, might not be able to make it out alive as he's being hovered by both enemy mechs, and that
he
is.
Does not have a lot oh my goodness! Did you see that?
Q
play?
heal and. Oh, they catch him! They catch him! Oh, unfortunate.
No, that shift to dash across the chasm was...
That was sick.
Very clever.
That was sick.
He almost made clear there, as it looks like Killer and Skywarp are already starting to make moves on mid, while Grimmley and Ichan are just starting to push into their top outpost.
Has a couple, the red team has a couple jackals out in the form of Gunner Z's. Very strange choice, I personally think. Skywarp doing a little harass, and again, these chasm jumps are pretty crazy. Oh boy, Killer really low on health and does get taken out, but is able to drop the Longhorn, turns and burns it before getting finished off.
That's right, and that makes this a 1-for-1 so far, with both teams starting to turn their eyes towards mid if Skywarp's harass of this top outpost is actually successful.
Upkeep-wise, it's pretty even, 24 to 28. Carbon team's actually a little bit ahead, but as the red team has had both of their both of their sides outposts under their control for a longer period of time, they definitely do have more credits in the bank right now.
And it looks like they've actually chosen opposed sides of the map to push on. Well,
yeah,
they're both pushing through the bottom as opposed to from their
the opposite.
outpost.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how much of a difference that makes on Duckthorn, as I know it does have some changes over the original Nesthorn to make it a little bit more push friendly.
Right. I mean, obviously there is a difference, so there will be slight slight factors to consider, but are they significant? Probably not. So yeah, both. Oh, okay. So now Carbon team starting at the top. So I don't know what they're trying to do at this point. Maybe they're going to try to sandwich in.
They're going to try to push in through the top to force the red team defensive front out further, as it's relatively easy for them to concentrate essentially the maximum amount of firepower on a single choke point. Holding down 2 choke points like that.
I would really love to see them try to push through the top. That would be pretty cool.
Yes, because right now, as you can see, red team is fairly heavily concentrated on that bottom side, where they're taking some light fire from a single Archie.
And Skywarp, harassing these moneymakers, did notice that they are down, so UncleGrimmley and Ichan might want to consider rebuilding.
Holy cow. Killer just absolutely going to town with those Mantis Strikes. That is... wow.
Mantis Strike considered very, very overpowered still right now. It's had nerf after nerf after nerf, and in small increments.
Again, just spamming it, and it is... there's no question that it's still very strong as it now passes through everything.
Very, very strong. 48 to 41, so the Carbon team is definitely still in this, but Killer dropping. Okay, Ichan responding very quickly and will try his best to shut this down alone. UncleGrimmley now here to help and support.
And it looks like Skywarp is just going to head out and lick his wounds as Killer takes that opportunity to go to town once again with that Mana Strike.
UncleGrimmley trying to pull back, but fails to save his Archie and his Longhorn. It is now a 10 upkeep gap in favor of the red team.
That's right, his Killer is just absolutely destructive. Almost goes down there, but does manage to limp to safety.
Demolishing things with that Mantis Strike and staying alive. Does he have any Guardians? No, he does not. Skywarp with a popular, combination from the past and still currently, I think, with Blade Guardian Neo, since they're so fast. And with the with the stasis, and now with their melee uppercut thingy while you're cloaked. Very interesting to see what he's going to do with that.
Yes, that new backstab ability does give you some solid assassination potential, and I would say the level, once again, something that we've seen as a trend today, that level differential is just getting out of control, quite frankly.
So we do see a Joker rush to that top outpost. This is probably going to work. plenty of creeps here. Skywarp here to support it, and no Carbon members have responded quite yet. This is going to stay under Carbon team control.
At no time at all, and then push onward as UncleGrimmley almost goes down, does manage to get to safety.
More SAMs go down by Skywarp in, you know, to reinforce this outpost grab. Ichan trying to neutralize it as much as he possibly can. UncleGrimmley sorting down those jokers. Those are going to get killed easily, but at this point, they have done the job that they needed to do.
That's true, and it looks like that outpost is falling pretty solidly under red team control as Ichan and UncleGrimmley just there with their striker swords, trying to stop it. They do get to neutralize, but there's still a lot of units out there as Ichan is going to explode, trapped on the ground by Neostasis.
And Killer was actually free to Manta Strike this entire front line of the Carbon team. As you can see, it's been thinned out significantly, 80 to 50 right now, and the Carbon team is upkeep capped until they take that outpost back under control. And I don't know if they can.
And that's not going to be easy with all those units surrounding it.
They tried to drop a
T99.
T99.
Oh, that's not neutral, that's Carbon.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can understand how it looks.
Neutral powers show Carbon colors for some reason. It's a little confusing.
They're dark. Yeah.
Yes.
They're similar. I can understand that. So red team has a firm foothold on this forward outpost of the Carbon team. It is now 4 outposts to 1.
And they are now pushing out with that very substantial army that's just been building up for free in the bottom.
The Carbon team might want to consider a counter push if they had smaller, you know, group of units right now, because that might be their only hope. But I think this is just going to be a steamroll all the way through. Killer with a Manta Strike and say bye-bye to all of these Carbon units.
And if this tells us anything, it's that maybe another look needs to be taken by those rusty fields-based council members on the viability of Manta Strike.
Yeah.
Just a quick peek.
But they are going for a fort push at this point, and there is almost nothing. Carbon team did push out with that, you know, small unit cluster that they had close to their close outpost, but it's pretty much going to do nothing. It's
no way, Jose. 2 Longhorns, and to add insult to the injury, they're going to die before they even make it to the outpost, most likely, as heavy mines are absolutely ravaging them.
I think one of the lessons to take from this game is keep your eye on your mini-map. As that top outpost grab was very substantial in this game. So Killer and Skywarp 99, Team Scavengers does move on to the semifinals. UncleGrimmley and Ichan, great play actually. Thank you for participating, and everyone watching. We're going to go to bracket K next, which is pretty mediocre versus obviously relevant.
Not that the game's going to be pretty mediocre.
Yeah, not that at all.
It might be.
We'll see. All right, stay tuned, guys.